call my baby Patty, but her real name is Linda Lou. Yeah, they call my baby Patty, her real name is Linda Lou. She's so fine and candy, they wanna know what she's gonna do. Yeah, she walks down the street, all the cats turn and look around. Yeah, she walks down the street, all the cats turn and look around. She's so fine and dandy, they wanna know what she's putting down. I'm gonna marry that chick next Saturday night. Love and protect her, with all of my might. From now on, our broken days are through. La 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 la. Linda Lou, Linda Lou, Linda Lou. Girl, won't you tell me what you're gonna do? My Linda Lou, Linda Lou. Girl, won't you tell me what you gonna do? Yeah, you look so fine, baby. Your name gotta be Linda Lou. My Linda Lou.
Hello, welcome to the Galena Park Boxing Academy and Youth Center. If you've seen the banner I just showed you on the screen, you probably noticed a lot of national champions. There are about 24 of them, and 16 of them started from scratch here in this gym. And I know how hard it is to develop world-class amateur boxers. I've worked with Olympians and naturally I've worked with a lot of professional boxers, including Vinny Pazienza and Mike McCallum, Evander Holyfield, who I currently work with. And you know, here in this gym, we believe that the definition of boxing is the art of hitting an opponent from the furthest distance away, exposing the least amount of your body while getting in position to punch with maximum leverage and not getting hit. And I want to put an emphasis on not getting hit. If you've seen our You Can Learn to Box videos, you should know the basic fundamentals of boxing by now. They're the #1 selling instructional boxing video in the world. They've sold over 100,000 worldwide. Now it's time, though, to be more specific about boxing, to teach correctness in an advanced manner. In order to do that, you know, it takes a lot of technical knowledge. So today, I hope to give you some of the knowledge that I've accumulated over the many years I've been in boxing. We call these videos the sweet science, and the reason we do that is because that's an old term in boxing that more or less talks about the sweetness of doing things technically correct. And so we want to do that through these new 4 videos we're doing for you coaches out there, so that you don't get general information about boxing. You're getting specific information, and everything we do will be specific. So right now, I guess we can just move on out to the gym and get started there. For you boxing coaches out there, if you've ever played golf and understand how specific golf is, well, boxing is as specific as golf, if not more so. And it's important that through your teaching, through the gym, that you teach these specifics. For instance, Benny Leonard once said that a boxer that's not thinking is like a water buffalo running into a brick wall. And what he meant by that is that you just don't go fight. You just don't go compete. You have to do things specific, and you need to know how to do those things. And if you have poor fundamentals, you cannot do those things. So if you've watched or studied our You Can Learn to Box videos on basic fundamentals, you're ready to take this next step. And through this next step, what you're going to learn is how to fight a runner, a slugger, a left-hander, and what we call a fighter, a guy that can box and is aggressive as well, like a Joe Frazier. So, you know, boxing is specific in how you train to beat these types of styles. Muhammad Ali would be considered a runner. We're going to show you how to beat Muhammad Ali. We're going to show you how to beat Rocky Marciano. We're going to show you how to beat any left-hander. If you do things technically correct and you learn the specificities of the art of teaching boxing, or for that matter, you boxers out there for the art of boxing, then you're going to be a lot more knowledgeable than 99.9% of the boxers and the coaches out there today. I believe that knowledge wins. I believe that hard work in the gym wins, but without knowledge, you're not going to beat a world-class amateur or professional boxer. So that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to teach you specifically how to beat the slugger, the runner, the fighter, and the left-hander. And we're going to do that through specifics. So tell you what, let's move over to the evaluation line and let me explain to you how important this evaluation line is to learning specifics. How many times have you seen or heard boxing coaches speak in generalizations? What I mean by that is, like, you got to get on him. You know, you got to throw more punches. What's wrong with you, man? Can't you fight? What's wrong with you? Your whole family is watching you. Well, that's generalizing. Or why don't you throw more jabs? Or why don't you throw more right hands? Well, all that is generalizations of boxing. Well, you can't teach with that. They can copy, boxers can copy, but you can't teach with that. You would have to depend on that boxer having so much natural ability that he's going to make you look good. And you boxers out there, if you think natural abilities are just going to get you by, you know, or going to get you to win a world championship, forget it. It ain't going to happen. You have to be able to do specific things. And let me talk about a specific here as opposed to a generalization. A generalization would be, I'm the boxer and the coach has just told me, look, you got to go get that guy. And you say, okay, I'm going to get him. Okay? Well, the problem with that is you ain't going to go very far because your head is coming in a straight line. Your height hasn't changed one time. You're on a level plane going at the guy. So you can't just go get him. You have to have the ability to do things so that you can go get him. Being specific. If you can see this evaluation line here, and we call it evaluation line because I can get a boxer in here for 10 minutes and tell you if he's ever been taught anything. So if you look at this line, and as I come toward the camera, I want you to watch where my head goes each step. It goes back and forth across the line. You notice my left foot stays in front and my right foot stays in the back, and my head is moving laterally as I come to you. Same way as going backwards. My head is moving back and forth across the line. Well, in order to throw punches going forward with any kind of leverage and without getting hit, you have to be able to do these things. You have to be able, for instance, in order to throw a left hook, you want to get your head over your left foot. In order to throw the left hook so that you can pull it back to your right side. If you're going to throw the right hand, you have to throw that right hand off your right foot, transferring your weight to your left foot, and then throw the left hook back across. Now, if you note, my head is moving back and forth across the line. Let me tell you something else that's happening. As I throw this right hand and it lands I've changed my height. I've started here, and as it lands, my weight is down over my left leg, so it changes my height. If I throw a left hook, it changes from this position over to this position, even lower, so that I could throw a right uppercut if I wanted to. Every punch you throw in boxing sets up the next punch. If it's not setting up the next punch, then therefore your fundamentals are extremely bad. I'll give you an example. Vinny Pazienza, back when before he ever won his first world title, had a lot of foot movement, but his head would always come straight to you. He'd have a lot of junk, you know, but he did not move his head from side to side. As he went along, he got better and better at it. As a matter of fact, if there's anybody in the world as a lightweight that moved their head better than Vinny Pazienza and got in position to punch better than Vinny Pazienza, I've never seen him. Whether you like Vinny Pazienza or not, when it come to skill, he was a very skillful guy. Maybe a little bit too much heart. But you know what? That's to brag about. That's not to complain about. But my point is that in order to do the things you need to do, if you're going to be aggressive, you have to be able to take your head across, and you have to be in position to roll going forward or backwards. You can do bumps from these positions, either one of them, from here and here. You can boogie up. For instance, take your head to your left foot, do a turn. There's so many different things you can do, but if you do not have the knowledge or have the ability to just simply break down, as we call it, break down to your left side and break down to your right side, it ain't going to matter how hard you hit, how fast you are, or anything else, because you're going to be a target with a good fighter. If you're going to teach boxing, this is a perfect place to start once a boxer has his fundamentals, because it'll teach him to get in position to throw all 9 punches of his arsenal. If he has less than 9 punches as an arsenal, that means that you boxing coaches out there, or I like to say sometimes so-called trainers or teachers, you know, this is one of the first things you teach, because if you don't teach this, the boxer will never reach his potential. So in doing these things, in doing the side-to-side breakdowns here, and shooting right down the line and boogieing up and shooting here, or going backwards and doing the same thing, or panic punching and breaking down and throwing back across, you know, this is how you practice that. Our boxers practice this religiously. They practice it because it's going to make them better. If they don't do these things, if they don't practice these things, they're not going to reach the pinnacle that they are striving for. Okay, now remember, to get ready for a left-hander, you have to remember that a left-hander's fight is dependent not upon his left hand, but upon his right hand. He must control the fight with his right hand in order to get the right-hander to fight into his left hand. In order to beat the left-hander, you have to make him move to his left, which he don't like to do, and you have to, as the right-hander, move to your left. So therefore, he's moving toward your right hand all the time. So the battle is on the right side. And on this evaluation line, if you're getting ready to box a left-hander, you have to be able to keep your left hand out further than you probably normally would. A lot of right-handers, most right-handers want to fight with their hands pretty close to their body. When you're going to box a left-hander, get your left hand out a little bit further. Also, too, the myth of getting your left foot outside the left-hander's right foot is just that. It's a myth. If you have the ability to win this battle here and hit and be able to hook off your jab and make the left-hander jab and take his jab away and take your head out and hook to the body, it's not absolutely necessary for your boxer to keep his left foot outside the left-hander's right foot. Okay, that may sound confusing to you, but let me tell you, all your boxers don't have quick feet. And if they're fighting a left-hander and they had to have the ability to get their left foot outside his right foot, they're going to have a real hard time doing it, because probably most of your boxers fight over their left foot anyway, which is a no-no. They should be fighting over their right foot so that they can get position and move this foot anywhere they want to move, whether they're coming forward or backwards or whatever. They ought to be able to move that left foot. But if they got their weight on it, they can't. If they're boxing a left-hander, they're really in trouble. So, in order to beat the left-hander and give him, I guess, you have to give him the idea that he's getting what he wants. And if he's got his foot outside your boxer's foot, but your boxer's got his weight over his right foot, he can hook easily off this jab. He can knock the left-hander's jab down and jab over the top, forcing him into his right hand, and he can throw the left hook to the body. Matter of fact, I'm going to use a boxer here to demonstrate this. I'm going to use one of my little Texas Silver Gloves champion, ugly little dude, John Rorden. Come here, John. He's not left-handed. But again, you coaches out there, remember, just because you have a boxer that's not left-handed don't mean that you can't turn him around left-handed so that your other boxers can prepare to box left-handers. He can box left-handed a couple of days or just to spar with a guy left-handed so that your boxer can get the feel and know what to do. Naturally, we do this thing systematically. We do it from the evaluation line to the bags and right on around and then to the ring. But I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Get on this side here, John. Turn around left-handed. And this is where the battle is right here. This is the battle. Get your left foot, your right foot outside. That is not the battle. That is not the battle. You understand it? That is a myth. That is not to say that every right-hander that's boxing a left-hander wouldn't like to have his foot out there. Absolutely, that would be paradise. But in most cases, if you've got an aggressive guy with slow feet, you're not going to get out there. Or sometimes if you got a fast guy with fast feet, he oversteps a lot and it runs into jabs. But if I've got my weight over my right foot and he's got his weight over his right foot, like most left-handers do, I'm going to win this battle because I'm going to make him jab. Let me do this. Turn this way a little bit for the audience here. I'm going to make him jab. I'm going to get my left hand outside. That's the battle. Get my left hand outside that. And if I can get my left foot and my left hand outside that, he's in trouble because my weight's on my right foot, and I can fight off my right foot here. So if he's going to jab, I'm going to win that battle because my weight's on my back foot, his weight's on his front foot, and when he reaches, just step and reach. He's not going to reach. And I can step after. Watch me step. See here? All right, I'm going to win this battle because I'm not going to let him get his his right hand outside my left hand so that he can jab over the top and force me into his left hand. Let me turn you this way, John, to the audience so they can see better. I don't want to be jabbing inside his right hand so that he can hit me with, throw your left hand. He can hit me. With my weight over my left foot, he can hit me. Okay? I'm going to have my weight over my right foot, and I'm going to make him jab. And I'm going to make him commit every time. Even if he's the boxer, I'm going to make him commit. Because when he gets ready to move that way, I'm going to move that way, and I'm going to keep my weight on my right foot. And every time he jabs, I'm going to knock it down, do that, or I'm going to do this. Boom. And I'm going to reach him every time with it. If he pulls out, if he's a pull-out guy, jab and then go out. I'm going to follow right on up here because I've got my hand outside his right hand, and he ain't going to do nothing except get hit. I'm going to have the ability with John here or any left-hander that when he jabs, every once in a while, I'm going to do this right here most of the time, but every once in a while, he's going to jab at my head, and I'm going to slip it this way, go ahead and jab, and I'm going to hit him here, and then I can get off a combination, and I can keep him turning this way the whole time by just bumping to my right and making him jab. Jab, John. Jab, John. Try to throw your left hand, John. Boom, every time. So therefore, on this line, it's important, once again, hop on back over, John, thank you. Once again, it's important here that you must, in boxing a left-hander, you must win the battle of the with your left hand and keeping the left-hander moving this way. So on this line, that's what you're going to do. You'll start down this line, bing, bing, and bump over here, boom, boom, boom. And then you go back, take a step over this way, throw your right hand, then bump, 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 boom, boom, and then go back over here, throw your right hand and then your left hand. That's how you get your boxer's feet and hands prepared to be the left-hander. Keeping your weight to the back, pursuing the boxer, taking your head with you when you go, and make sure that your weight is being pushed off your back foot. That's the key. That is the key. Now I'm gonna get up in the ring and show you again how to be the left-hander in the ring. Okay? Let's go. Now, a lot of you coaches out there probably hate to see your boxer, if he's right-handed, box a left-handed boxer. I'm a former left-handed boxer. I boxed about 16 amateur bouts left-handed before they turned me around right-handed, because back those days they didn't like left-handers at all, and most of the trainers were right-handed, so therefore they taught their boxers to box right-handed, whether you liked it or not. But to me, it is easy to teach a boxer to be a left-hander. One of the biggest myths in boxing, I guess, about left-handers is that you have to, if you're right-handed, keep your left foot outside their right foot. You know, that is something that would be nice, you know, if you know, you got real quick-footed fighters and they can break down real easy and get over the left leg and get over real quick. That would be just great. Problem is that every right-hander can't do that. And not only that, sometimes if the left-hander is good enough, he's going to have problems with him anyway, because don't you think that that left-handed boxer expects you to try to get your boxer's left foot outside his right foot? Of course he does. Of course he does. But you know what? That's not necessary. It would be nice to be able to do it all the time, but you know, these little slow-footed boxers you might have, you know, are going to have a hard time doing that. So in teaching how to box a left-hander, there are several things you can keep in mind. Number one is that you don't want to fight into the left hand. You want to fight away from his left hand. That is, unless he's a right-hander that's been switched. If he's a right-handed boxer, actually, but he's boxing left-handed, you know. Some of these kids do that. But if the guy is actually a good left-hand puncher and he's a left-hander and he is always hunting for that left hand, well, the way you beat that is the same way that you beat a lot of things in boxing, and that's having the ability to keep your weight to your right foot, move to your right, or to your left foot, move to your left, forward, or back. This is a square ring, so therefore, if you can't move 4 directions, you're not a complete fighter anyway. But in order to beat a left-hander, you must be able to keep your head to your back foot. Number one is the battle is not his left hand, the opponent's left hand. The battle is your left hand or your boxer's left hand and the opponent's right hand. Whoever wins that battle usually is going to win that fight. And in order to do that, you don't necessarily have to have quick feet. You don't have to get outside his left foot, his right foot with your left foot. There's another way. And I'm going to demonstrate that for you in a minute. And And also, too, in preparation for a left-hander, which way should you move on the bags and everything else? Should you have left-handed sparring partners? And if you don't have a left-handed sparring partner, what do? I'll tell you what you do. You take those right-handed sparring partners and you turn them around and let them practice. You know, we do a lot of practice boxing in my gym so that they can practice boxing with the left-hander, see what it feels like, and see if they can win that battle with that left hand. So anyway, I'm gonna demonstrate some of this to you, and I'm gonna use another one of my boxers. His name is Elazar Pelon Renteria, another little ugly boy. But Elazar's had about 50 amateur fights, bad to the bone, 2 or 3 times Texas Junior Olympic Silver Gloves champion, and he is right-handed, but he's going to help me demonstrate this left-handed. And what I want to do here is I want to let me see. Let's get an angle at the audience so that they can see what we're going to do. You get left-handed there, as though you're a left-handed boxer. Okay. Now, left-handed boxers always want to keep the right-hander. He wants to move this way and keep me turning back into his left hand so he can sit on his left hand and hit me with it. Well, in order to do that, he's got to win this battle. He's got to keep his right foot outside my left foot. But that ain't all. That ain't all, because if I'm a slow-footed guy, he's going to have to keep his right hand. Now, come here, come here. Did I say move? Okay. If he's going to keep his right hand inside my, if I can keep his right hand inside my left hand, I've got the battle won. You know why? Because my weight is on my back foot. And everything he throws, he's going to have to throw inside at me, and everything I throw at him can be outside. It can be here, it can be here, it can be a hook off of a jab, it can be anything. Anyway, now which way is that left-hander moving? He's moving this way. And if he thinks that if he gets that left hand, that right hand and his left foot outside me, then I'm in trouble. But the key here is, if you got a slow-footed boxer and he keeps trying to get out here and the guy he's got the outside position with his jab, he's going to eat me up. He's going to eat you up, and he's going to make you turn into his left hand. Well, I teach my boxers to get their weight to their back foot, get their left hand up high, outside his right hand, and we're going to fight here, and I'm going to win this bout because, number one is I got the outside position, even if he does have his foot outside of mine, and every time I keep that position right there, and every time I move this way, and I'm moving away from his right hand with my weight here, his left hand with my weight here, he's got a problem. Throw your left hand from there. See what I can do? See, you can't hit me with it. Step with your right foot and throw the left hand. No, throw it here. Throw it here. No, back up. Get back to where you were. Now, throw the left hand right here. See here? You know why? Because he's not stepping. Okay? So I'm gonna win this battle here. Win this battle here. And if I win this battle here, I'm gonna move him that way and make him fight into my right hand instead of me fighting into his left hand. I don't have to get my foot out here, because sometimes I could have my foot out here and still not have my left hand in position, because he still hit me over the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him move to my right hand and move this way and jab. See here, see here, see here. Now where's he's got to go? He's got to go to my right hand. He don't have a choice. Okay, try to go that way. Forget it. He ain't going to do it, because I'm going to have the outside position all day long. And it's a matter of keeping this battle going between your left hand and his right hand, forcing him to your right hand rather than letting him force you to his left hand. Okay, that don't sound very hard to do. But if you don't have boxers practice it, they can't do it. A lot of your boxers may normally fight with their hands down in here. They fight a left-hander, they're going to get ate up if the guy's got a good jab. So what you got to do is you got to, instead of getting their weight in the center here, get the weight back and raise their left hand up and win this battle. Stand there and practice with another boxer. Just You jab, boom, okay, boom, or boom, because if he starts stepping and doing it, I can hit him all day long. Practice doing this, taking it down, and stepping and ripping. Because once he's committed with that right foot to step in, I can step out really, really easy. So my job is to win this battle in order to make him go that way, in order to hit him with the right hands I want to hit him with. So that is the most crucial thing about fighting a left-handed boxer. Of course, the fundamental things like me keeping my head moving and fundamentally and keeping my weight back, and so that I can punch on this first, second, third step, whatever. I mean, all those are important. But the number one key to beating a left-handed boxer is to win this battle right here. That's where it's at. It is not down here with your feet. Okay, so we're going to show you how to prepare on a heavy bag for a left-hander. Well, it's not much different than preparing for a right-hander, unless the left-hander has a weird style or something. Naturally, I'm going to need a boxer to help me with this. Jordan Burton, come on over here. Jordan is a outstanding fighter here in Texas. He does good work. He's possibly one of the best overall boxers there is around here. So I want to use him to hit the bag in preparation for a left-hander. So before we do that, Jordan, get right here and let's remind everybody, turn left-handed for a second. Remind everybody, I must remind everybody what the battle is with a left-hander. The battle is for me, or for him, or in this case it's me, he's the left-hander, to keep the outside position with the left hand, so that I can do this, so that I can do this. I do not have to have my left foot, I do not have to have my left foot outside his right foot. I do not have to have that. Of course, it would be nice if I did. Of course, that's the best way to do it, but that's real hard to do, because what left-hander in the world that's had any experience don't know that you're trying to keep your left foot outside his right foot. So if you can do it, that's good, but if you got a slow-footed fighter, he's not going to be able to do it, and some kids are real quick and go overboard trying to get outside there and keep running into everything. So the key here to beating a left-hander, and the Russians used to do it a lot. The Russians used to beat left-handers pretty good, and so did the Cubans. And the way they done it was they'd get in your stance. They would always make sure that their boxer had their left hand outside the other boxer's right hand. They would make sure that even if they didn't have this position with their feet, they had this position with their hands. Now what that does is jab. I can do this, and I can hit him on this side all day long. I can jab straight at me here, jab. I can hit him with the right hand because I've got my weight back to my back foot. That's the key. You have to have your weight on your back foot. Okay, jab again. If you're going to fight a left-hander, keep your weight on your back foot so that you can step with your left foot when you throw your punches. Yeah, that's vital to fighting a left-hander. And if you're going to throw a left hook to the left-hander's body, you have to slip that jab over your right shoulder. No, jab right here, boom. Okay, and then you go this way and back with the right hand. Keep him turning into your right hand. Okay, now what I'm going to have Jordan do here as a right-hander is keep his left hand up really high, move a lot to his right, take his head out and throw some left hooks to the body and double them up, and just move around the bag, basically imagining that this is a left-hander, okay? All right. Keep that weight on that right foot. That's good. That's excellent. That's excellent. There you go. Slip out there and throw that hook to the body. That's excellent. And get back. There you go. There you go. Throw some right hand leads every once in a while. There you go. There you go. Good. All right. Excellent. That's excellent. Good job, Jordan. Appreciate that. Anyway, that'll give you an idea. You know, I think through the evaluation line and through the stuff we've done in the ring with a left-hander and seeing this on the heavy bag, we're getting to the point we want to be so that you understand what the things are that you work on to beat a left-hander. We're going to move on over to the speed bag, I guess, and show you how to hit a speed bag if you're getting ready for a left-hander. It's not much different than a right-hander, but you can practice doing things that you wouldn't normally practice on a speed bag, okay? All right, let's move on over. Well, here we are, here by the speed bag in preparation for a left-hander. Speed bag is something that everybody likes to mess around with. You know, you see people laying against the wall sometimes, you know, hitting a speed bag. I mean, anybody can hit a speed bag, and everybody that's in a gym usually likes to do so because it looks so fine and sounds so fine. But this bag is designed to prepare you for any type of style as well if you know how to use the speed bag. In this case, for a left-hander, how do you prepare to beat a left-hander? Well, what you do is you can get up here and for 1 minute you can hit the speed bag normal any way you want to, but for the next minute you're going to be working to fight a left-hander. What I mean by that is, number one is with a left-hander, you want to make sure that you're moving, getting your left hand outside his right hand. So therefore, you'll be leaving your left hand out here as you hit the speed bag, okay? You want to keep it up. You want to keep it out because you got to strengthen that arm. Secondly, you need to throw more right hands at the bag because it's a left-hander, and you need to be able to throw punches moving both ways, mostly to your left, and if you're going to move to your right, you want to do it with your weight on your back foot. As a matter of fact, you want to do everything with your weight on your back foot. So in hitting a speed bag for a left-hander, after you've done hit 1 minute of like the normal 3 minutes, you've hit 1 minute, the middle minute, you want to spend getting ready for the left-hander. In this case, way back, way back, way back. Now look where my elbow is when I'm jabbing, okay? And you want to be able to move around the bag that way, okay? You want to be able to keep your weight back on the end, and you want to be able to shoot that right hand whenever you want to as well, okay? Also, too, you know, when you're doing this, you know, you can throw the right hand like such, and you can also bump out and shoot here and then come back to the head, you know, with a left-hander, because you're going to do that a lot with a left-hander like this. Boom. And then catch, boom, and time it, and get back. Then maybe let it rock and time it and hit it with a right hand lead. Practice that a lot because that's what you got to do with a left-handed fighter. Time it and throw the right hand lead. Get a slower bag if you have to. Get in a rhythm of it and time it. You can always finish up with a hook as well. The idea is to prepare yourself to throw the punches you need to throw in order to beat a left-hander. Some left-handers are actually right-handers that box left-handed. And, you know, you got to be able to pick which one of those are really right-handed. I've got a left-hander that is actually fights left-handed, but it's actually right-handed and throws very few left hands. So, you know, again, that enhances your ability to beat him when you've got your weight on your back foot and have the ability to move to your right. But this speed bag here enables you to practice right hand leads. It enables you to practice getting your elbow up and jabbing over the top like you should. It enables you to throw right hand leads and time them, let it swing, and time them, and push even off if you want to, if it's a strong left-hander you're going to fight. So that's how you hit a speed bag getting ready for a left-handed boxer. Okay, coaches now and boxers, here we are in front of a double end bag, and we're going to prepare you to get ready to box a left-hander. Now, double end bags are not something new. They've been around a long time. And I notice a lot of the coaches in these gyms around stretch their double end bags real tight, and the bag don't hardly move. Well, you have a long rhythm bag and a short rhythm bag in your gym always. You have tall double end bags and short double end bags. But remember this, in order to prepare for specific styles, you have to be able to teach your boxer how to hit a long rhythm bag and a short rhythm bag. I don't like short rhythm bags because they don't move no more than that, and no boxer in the world moves his head that quick, okay? But in preparation for a left-hander is in order to get by the left-hander, in order to beat the left-hander, you got to beat his right jab. Okay, and what is the right jab? It's a long rhythm punch. It is not a short rhythm punch. Well, anything that happens after you beat his jab, you know, might be in a shorter rhythm, but you've got to be able to get your feet in position to get it going. So don't think that a double end bag is something that you know, all of them's the same. They're not. And everything in your gym should be specific to different styles. Long rhythm double end bag is perfect to get ready for a left-hander, perfect to get ready for a runner. You need a long rhythm double end bag. As a matter of fact, I think all the bags should be at least in a medium rhythm and not in a short rhythm, because a short rhythm is real bad because all you do is get your boxer in a position to get hit. But anyway, in order to beat a left-hander, you must win the battle with his right jab. If this left-hander is able to keep your boxer to the inside of his right jab, keep him to the inside, and keep his right foot outside your boxer's left foot, then you've got a problem. Now, the old myth that you have to beat a left-hander by getting your left foot outside his right foot is just that, a myth. The battle is right here. If you let your boxer's left hand beat the left-hander's right jab, you're going to win that fight, or at least you should, okay? The idea to beat a left-hander is to keep the right-hander's jab outside the left-hander's right hand and make the left-hander fight into the jab, and make him fight into the left hooks to the body, and make him fight into the left hooks to the head, and make the left-hander go back this way, fighting into the right-hander's power. If you cannot keep the left-hander from going this way, which is natural for him, you're going to have a problem, okay? So in order to beat that left-hander, what you want to do on this double end bag, and this double end bag is specific for preparing for the left-hander. You want your boxer to be able to keep his left hand outside the left-hander's right hand. You want to be able to take it down. You want to be able to block it down. You want to be able to jab over the top. You want to be able to block it down. You want to be able to hook to the body and hook to the head once you get out there. You do not have to have your left foot outside his right foot. Now, it would be great if you did, because then that should be a piece of cake for you if your boxer can keep his weight back on his right leg with the left-hander out here like he's always is. Keep your right-hander back on his right leg and make the left-hander throw the left hand short and kill him with the right hand. Okay? That's great. But that left-hander right away is going to come out jabbing and hooking with his right hand, and you have got to win that battle in order to beat the left-hander. Now, I have my boxers practice on a double end bag by making sure they step with their jab, making sure they keep their weight on their right foot like they're supposed to, making sure that when the left-hander jabs, that he jabs inside my right-hander's jab, make sure that he jabs inside of it so that my boxer can parry it, either here or here, either way, that he can parry it and jab off of it, or he can slip it over his right shoulder and hook to the body and hook to the head. And that when he hooks to the body and hooks to the head, I want my boxer bumping back to his right, sitting on his right leg, and stepping with his right hand. Because when he does that, he's going to hit the left-hander. The left-hander, if he's unable to move to his right comfortably, he is in trouble. He is in deep trouble. So, when you're preparing your boxer to fight a left-hander, the way to prepare him on a double end bag is to get a long rhythm bag, such as this one here, not a short rhythm bag, and to make him do these things. And that's not to say that he's got to do that throughout the 3-minute round. He can do that for a minute and a half of the 3-minute round, or a minute of the 3-minute round, and make him get focused on boxing that left-hander. Okay, and make him get focused on getting his feet up in position. Make him get focused on stepping out before he throws that left hook to the body or doubles it up. Make sure that when he does throw a hook that he don't just stand here and fight into the left hand. Make sure that when he throws that left hook, he's bumping and coming back with right hands, okay? This is not magic. This is not something that I've invented. This is something that's been around for 1,000 years, and you coaches out there, don't try to put your signature on nothing. Just remember that this is a fundamental thing. This is fundamental correctness, and that's how you prepare. Let me bring one of my boxers over here, demonstrate some to you here. Pelon, you've been watching what I'm teaching here. Okay, so let's see you do some of this stuff, and you know, just hit this bag as though we're preparing to box a left-hander next week, and all the bag work you're doing in the gym and everything you're doing in the gym is in preparation for that, okay? Let's see you do it. And that's it, outside. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good uppercut off of that jab. Good, good bumping to your right. All right, let's see some boogie ups and right hooks to the body before you throw that hook to the head. There you go. There you go. Excellent, excellent. There you go. All right, rock and throw that right hand one time. Let's see it. There you go. Make sure you step. That was excellent. That was excellent. Okay, there you go. Now get back on the jab. Try to win that battle there. Hook off of it, tap off of it. There you go. Double it up. There you go. Excellent, excellent. Do that little walk over and throw that right hand after you hook off that jab. There. Excellent, excellent. Hold on. All right, all right, all right. That's good. All right. Now, if your boxer does not practice this stuff in the gym leading into the bout with a left-hander, you know, you think he's just going to go up there and learn it when he gets up there? No, 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 no. You prepare your boxer to box this left-hander by just using fundamental techniques and doing things the way he needs to do them in order to beat that left-hander. All right? Thank you, Pelon. You've done a good job. And you coaches remember. You coaches remember. When you're hanging your bags in your gym, think about these things. You're not hanging your bag. I can walk into a gym and it's all the bags on chains this long, you know, the heavy bags, double end bags are stretched so tight they don't move and all that. I tell you right away, what he's going to produce is little sluggers that jump on you and lead with their face a lot. So you got to be able to spread it out in your gym so that your gym is applicable to different styles and preparation for different styles, okay? Okay, you notice I changed clothes, sweating like a pig. Not only that, one of my boxers said, that ain't how you look in the gym, Kenny. So anyway, I'm gonna show you now how to fight a left-hander or how to teach your boxer how to fight a left-hander on the hand pads. Now, you know we've done each aspect of the bags and such on how to fight a left-hander. So how do you put that to work in the ring? How do you get the boxer, first, to throw the punches he needs to throw, and secondly, to do it by getting in position correctly? It's the same thing with every boxer. Direction means direction tells the boxer what to do, which punch to throw, how to get in position to throw it. For instance, let me bring Pelon over here. Come here, Pelon. For instance, number one on boxing a left-hander is First of all, he's got to keep his right hand outside, his left hand outside my right hand. That's the battle. Don't let the left-hander move this way freely, because if he does move this way freely, he feels real comfortable. Make him go this way, because he's not going to feel comfortable going this way. Also, too, it's real hard for him to throw his left hand going this way. Secondly, how do you take this jab away from him? You're right here. You're right here. How do you take this jab away from the left-hander? Well, if he's got the outside position, leave your hand on the inside. If he's got the outside position, you're not going to take it away from him. Or neither are you going to take the right hook to the body away from him. But if he's unable to get that right hand out here, and he takes the inside position, he's got to jab this way inside your boxer's left hand. Also, too, your boxer now can jab over the top. Okay, he can also hook off the jab. All right, he can also hook off the jab and then the right hand, because I'm going this way. He's forcing me into his power. Now, it is good if your boxer can get his left foot outside the left-hander's right foot. Get it out here. But, you know, that's hard to do, because remember, this left-hander has a pretty good idea of how right-handers need to fight him. So he's going to be first and foremost keeping that right foot outside your boxer's left foot. So the key here is, and remember this, direction dictates what punches he's going to throw, your boxer's going to throw. If I'm a left-hander, it's natural for me to move this way, so he don't want me to move this way. He wants to try to force me back this way and force me to turn back into his right hand. For instance, like if I'm trying to move this way and he's jabbing over the top, and I might try to move out here, well, he's going to hit me with the right hand when I do. Boom, okay? He can react from any, if he's got his hands where they're supposed to be and his elbows in where they're supposed to be, he can react on this right hook to the body, boom, with an uppercut or a hook. Boom. He can go uppercut and then the right hand like this. Here, boom, and then the right hand. He can react with a right here, boom. If the guy throws a hook up here, he can react. You know why? Because he has the outside position, and what this guy is allowed to do, he allows him to do it. If the left-hander is aggressive, and let's say he's a left-hander and he's got a big left hand, and I'm coming to him, I want him taking his right foot out and with his head going with it. Just keep going out, go on out, go ahead, take it out to your right foot. I do not want him, when I'm coming to him, to keep his weight over his left foot so I can reach him every time. Okay? That's pretty simple, ain't it? All right, now, I tell you what we're going to do, Pelon. We're going to just jab around some and let me do this slowly so that they can see. Now, remember this, coaches, you can't stand in one spot and teach this guy how to fight a left-hander. You just can't do it. He's got to get his feet in position. He's got to get his weight to his back foot. He's got to be able to keep his left hand over, outside this guy's right jab. How's he going to do that if you just stand here? You can't. So I tell you what, let's just, I'm going to move around, and you don't let me move that way. Keep your jab. Okay, win this battle here. Win that battle. 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 One. Now throw that right hand lead. There he is. Do it again. There you go. Keep your weight back. Now jab. Come on, come on. That's it. Win that battle. Win that battle. Okay, react when I throw this right hook to the body. When you see my head go here, react. Boom. Boom. Do it again. Now over the top. There you go. Then the left hand. Right here. Right here. Throw that right hand. Right there. Do it. Right there. Okay, now then. Let's get an uppercut right here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. You ain't going to let me go that way, are you? Okay, win that battle. Come on, don't let me go this way. Boom, there you go. Come on. There you go. Come on here. There you go. There you go. Don't let me go that way. Here comes a jab. I want you to slip it and throw that hook to the body. Right there. Whoop. Can't do that and get away with it. I might have to knock you out now. Okay. Let's see you slip this jab. There you go. Go. Then the right hand right here. Go. Right there. Beautiful. That's how you fight a left-hander. That's how you fight a left-hander. Let's see if you can throw. Let's see you get 4. Okay. Okay, here. Up top. Up top. Come on, right here. Forward. Okay. That's beautiful. If you're going to take a step back, where does your head go first? Back. To your back foot. Let me show you this. Turn around this way so that the camera can see here. All right, now when I throw this left hand, get your weight on your back foot. Let me show you where I have to be if I'm a left-hander in order to hit him with this. Get your weight back. Watch this. By taking his weight back to his right foot, and get your weight back up here. Get your weight back up here. Here, now going back. Right there. Now let me show you. No, keep it back. Keep it back. I want to show you how far I got to step in order to hit him with a left hand. First, if I miss here, I got to step and throw again. I miss again. Just stay there. Now I step and go, just rock back more. That's never hit him with a left hand. Get your weight on your left foot. All right, now watch this. I don't even have to step. I don't even have to step. So it's vital that your boxer keep his weight on his right foot, and it's vital that that boxer be able to move this way and keep this left-hander from doing this. Don't let it, boom, hook off of it. Hook off of it. Yeah, there you go, do it again. No. You're going to hook off of it, Pelon, you go here and take your head, and then rock, pull back, pull your head back, go. Boom, right there. Woo! Hey, boy. Anyway, that's how you prepare your boxer on the hand pads to get ready for a left-hander. Okay? The second thing you do is you use this on you do the same thing on all the bags. I won't say it's the second thing you do. Actually, do it on the bags, do it in here in whatever order you want to do it, but make sure that you have him working with a left-hander in mind. Make sure that when he spars, he's sparring with a left-hander. Make sure that whoever he's sparring with, whichever left-hander, if he's a short left-hander, make him be aggressive with him. If he's a tall left-hander, make him run with him. That way he learns to fight both left-handers. He can adjust to the styles. He knows what to throw. He knows how to beat the left-hander. Okay? Now, again, every one of these are dictated by direction. Just watch me here, and you just throw punches. Don't forget if I'm left-handed or right-handed, just throw the punches as I do. All right, stop. All of that is off of direction, my direction. Which way I put the hand. If I put the hand down, it's a body punch. If I put the hand up and walk, that's the direction. This is the direction. If I come straight at him, watch him take his head to his right foot and set on the right hand. Do it again. Uppercut this time. Go. There you go. Okay, if he wants to throw the left uppercut as I come to him, bump out and go. Right there. That's all dictated by me. If I want to work him hard, I can work him hard. If I want to work him easy, I can work him easy. If I want to back him up, I can back him up. If I want to make him chase me, I can make him chase me. And everything he throws is off of my direction, which way I go, and which way I have the hand pads. Okay? That is excellent work. You know how to beat a left-hander? If you don't now, I don't know about you. Anyway, that's great. I hope you enjoyed these videos on the sweet science. If you have our previous videos on You Can Learn to Box, and you know all the fundamentals that were taught on those videos, the sweet science video will help you tremendously. If you're a coach out there that's not sound on your fundamentals, it's going to be really hard to teach what we're teaching through the sweet science videos because you don't have a strong base in fundamentals. I believe that fundamental boxing is boxing. And what happens is a lot of us coaches get out there and we want to teach this magic and that magic. There's no magic. There's just fundamentals and doing things correctly. And I know there's a lot of you out there that says, what is correct? You know, boxing is not defined in an encyclopedia as a thing of correctness. Well, there is a correct way to do every aspect of boxing. I've researched it greatly. And recently in Singapore, I say recently, a few years back in Singapore, and I tell this at the clinics I give, I went over there to give a clinic, and there was about 300 coaches from all over that part of the world with interpreters in about 6 different languages. And I walked out onto the stage, and I looked out in the audience, and the first thing that come to mind is to ask the coaches this question: how many of you coaches can define boxing? And there's a big silence over the crowd. And I thought that was funny in a way, because, you know, I thought everybody could define boxing, and I got to think about it, you know, hey, maybe they can't, you know. And it wasn't a trick question, but boxing is the art of hitting an opponent from the furthest distance away, exposing the least amount of your body while getting into position to punch with maximum leverage and not getting hit. That's what boxing is. That is the perfect definition of boxing, I believe. And that's what we teach through our fundamentals on You Can Learn to Box. That's what we teach on these advanced techniques. Advanced techniques are called the sweet science of boxing. It's always been called that. And that's where a lot of argument comes in. But if you're sound in your fundamentals, you'll be sound in what you teach in the sweet science, which is advanced techniques. Anyway, another thing I want to touch on before I let you go is that USA Boxing, the training center at Colorado Springs, I'm constantly getting people coming and saying, yeah, Kenny, man, those guys up there, they don't teach you nothing. They do this and they do that. You know, they got track coaches up there and they got this. Well, let me tell you something, folks. We should be extremely pleased with what USA Boxing does for boxing in this country. I believe Tom Coulter, for instance, is the best there is in teaching diet and plyometrics and all that, and how it pertains to boxers. Nobody, and I've been around the world many times, nobody teaches it better than Tom Coulter does. So, you know, as far as the coaches up there go, and the inability of them to teach your boxer, well, if they did teach your boxer, you would raise Cain and Grap, just like I would, all of us do. But they're not there to teach your boxer the way things are set up. They are there to maintain what you have taught your boxer. So don't get down on the coaches. The politics of it all, you know, hey, got politics and everything, but I'm well pleased with what they do, and I'm well pleased with what they are developing through that process. I'm not happy with a lot of the political stuff, no more than you are, but overall they do a good job. I want to thank these boxing equipment companies like Ringside and Title and Everlast. They keep coming up with better and better equipment. You know, Amber Boxing Equipment. They're a new boxing equipment company around here. They're all hustling all the time. Ringside Products has done a great job in developing new things to use in your gym. And you know, they've just been great. They know how boxers and boxing people think. And Title is the same way. So is Everlast. So is Amber. I mean, we as coaches need to appreciate these guys. That's not an endorsement of anybody. That's just saying that they work hard, and they thanks to them, we have the kinds of equipment we have. Last but not least, I want to thank my staff here at Galena Park Boxing Academy and Youth Center, Curtis Maniac Martin, I might add, and of course Oscar Rodriguez and John Rorden. Boy, these guys do great work for me, and I appreciate them greatly. Of course, the doc, man, you know, he works on all of our kids. We have been blessed over the years to have been able to do what we do. And you coaches out there, you keep in mind that it seems to be a struggle a lot of times, but it's worth it because of what you mean to the kids. If they never become national champion, if they never become a great boxer, you've given them a foundation to work from. Anyway, thank you for buying this video. Thank you for giving us the success we've had over the years with our videos, and God bless.